Twitter was dreamed up during a brainstorming session at a little podcasting company. It was a good idea. How many people here use Twitter today? How many people are following me? I'm at Al Franken. How many people are tweeting this speech right now? Thanks to the free and open Internet, innovations that change our lives come from anyone, anywhere, anytime. Imagine if what is happening with television, where an independent producer can't get a show on the air unless the network owns at least a piece of it, were to happen with the Internet. There would be no next YouTube or Twitter. There would be only what the R&D departments at those few mega conglomerates could invent and profit from. The Internet developed at the taxpayer's expense to benefit the public interest would become just a series of tubes through which money can flow into the pockets of private corporations. Instead of a tool for creative innovation and political activism, it would be an instrument of corporate control and conservative propaganda. I don't know what the next great idea will be. Maybe it will be an open source system for organizing electronic medical records that will save money and lives. Maybe it will be some kind of Dig Foursquare hybrid that I won't understand at all. But I can't imagine what life in America would be like if this kind of innovation couldn't take place. The Comcast-NBC merger is the first domino. If it falls, the rest will soon follow. It's almost too late to stop this from happening, but not quite. The government has a role to play here. The government can mitigate the influence of corporate money on our elections. We have the Disclose Act. The government can pass rules to protect net neutrality. The government can stop mergers like NBC Comcast, or at least put strict, rigorous conditions on them. But first, the government has to be made to act. And I can tell you firsthand that the government, the White House, the FCC, my fellow members of Congress, is hearing plenty from the corporations on the other side of these issues, and not nearly enough from you. If you want to protect the free flow of information in this country and all that depends on it, you have to help me fight this. Help me fight this. When I bug you about going to MidwestValuesPact.org and joining me, it's because the kind of grassroots movement that allows senators like me to fight on issues like these depends on people like you. Resisting this trend toward media consolidation, resisting attacks on net neutrality, we should throw ourselves behind these causes with the same energy and urgency that we showed in 2006 and 2008. We are at a dangerous moment. We are at a dangerous moment in our history. We have the worst long-term employment since they started keeping the statistic. Our climate is changing. Did I mention that? And we're more vulnerable to total corporate control of our lives than ever before. I know some of you are tired. I know some of you are frustrated. But when this movement grows so strong that it could change the trajectory of history, we assume not only power, but also responsibility. If we don't rise to this challenge, no one else will. Even if the only reason you started blogging or canvassing or donated was that you couldn't stand President Bush or really wanted single-payer health care, you are now a key part of a generational struggle that will determine whether the American dream survives for our kids and our grandkids, or whether they're going to live in a country defined by corporate control of our politics and our lives. Sorry. to lay that on you. But we don't fight these battles because it's easy. We do it because we believe that our ideas have power, our values are right, and our country is worth it. We don't do it alone either, do we? We have each other. We have each other. And that's why I love Netroots Nation. Once a year, this great community that serves as a source of strength and inspiration for the progressive movement comes together to reaffirm its purpose, sing a little karaoke, and refresh itself for the fight ahead. There are dark clouds up ahead, but we march forward because we know the future still belongs to those who are passionate and work hard. And we know that for the sake of the country, that has to be us. We have to fight back against the radical Republican agenda. We have to fight back against corporate control of our media, our internet, and our lives. And we have to fight back against the urge to give up when the going gets rough. Oh, and one more thing. We have to keep taking pride when we make progress. And that's why nights like tonight are so important. This country is a better place because we fought to make it a better place. We came together to elect a brilliant and inspiring president and a whole bunch of progressive legislators who have never had a shot at changing this country if it weren't for your efforts, myself included. In the first year and a half of the Obama administration, we have seen historic progress from the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act and the beginning of the end of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, to historic reform of our healthcare system and our financial system. These are things that are worth celebrating. This might be a tough year, but I'm confident that we'll even have more things to celebrate at next year's Netroots Nation. And accordingly, the Netroots Nation gang this table enjoys that. The Netroots Nation gang has given me the honor of making the official announcement for the location of Netroots Nation 2011. It's a little bit less glitzy and glamorous in Las Vegas, but it's also a little bit less hot. It's a place with great fishing. We're going to Newfoundland. Great fishing, beautiful scenery, and tons of energetic progressives ready to show Netroots Nation a good time. And the best part is, if it gets a little too crowded at Marcos's party, you can always come over and hang out at my house. Well, actually, you can't. But still, I'm proud to invite you all to join me next summer for Netroots Nation 2011 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, between now and then, Between now and then, we've got to work hard. And we've got to stay passionate. And we've got to stick together. Thank you for all you have done. And for all you'll do for progressives this year. See you next year in Minneapolis. Thank you.